Okay guys, we are back on the Wisconsin map, and our goal for this map in this save game is to run the biggest dairy operation possible. I am on the giant, what I call dairy farm slash pig farm here. Got a bunch of machine shit. Oh, do we have a cow out? I think the cow's out. Maybe I'm just seeing stuff, but I think one of our dairy cows are out. But anyways, we have a couple giant machine sheds here. I do not own any pigs at this farm currently, any hogs at this farm. That's something I gotta do. And then we do own a full trailer load of dairy cows, which I think is 28 or 30 cows right now. And we're gonna keep expanding this. And so today we got a bunch of fertilizer to put down, and then we got a bunch of corn to plant, and we gotta do a lot of hay work and then feed these dairy cows and keep trucking in more and more dairy cows. That's the goal for today. We're gonna get rolling here. So first things first, I'm gonna run on down to our new machine shed. This is by far my favorite machine shed across this map now. It's got the giant door, which I call like the airplane hangar door. We'll unfold that. And then I've gotten hydrous on our one giant field here, but I need to put P&K down on this field. So we can get P&K on it, and then we can start planting corn on it. So I'm gonna hop in the 8950 Magnum. It's got full of P&K. Yep, perfect. And then we'll just get a hired worker run on this field, get them applying, and then we can then get planting this field here. We already ran the anhydrous bar on it, so it's got a field cultivator pass, like all secondary tillage is done. Like we will be getting close to the maximum yield benefit on this field here. Let him get started putting down P&K, and then once he's done, we can get planting. Speaking of the planter, I got it on the 2x2, or I got it on the 2+2, and oh dude, it takes so much time getting used to the 2+2 tractor and how it steers. Like, it just throws me off. It's not in a bad way, but just like, it's different. It's different. There he goes. He is rolling, putting on P&K. For those wondering for any updates on American farming, I think there was a update with a bunch of bugs fixed, released, I think last week it was. But just to let you guys know, like Squad Built team is working full force. I can't say much, but Squad Built team is going like crazy. We're continuing to make the game better. And yeah, basically just stay tuned, guys, because things are rolling, things are going good, and Squad Built is not dying anytime soon. Okay, now over on the cattle starter farm, we do own this farmyard still, and I could run, so I do have some cattle here, and I could run cattle here and then run dairy cows, but I feel like it's gonna be a lot to keep up with. So I'm debating selling these cows right now, because I just feel like it's gonna be, it's gonna be a lot to keep up with here. We'll see though. But if I'm gonna be running a lot of dairy cows, guys, I need to have more acreage. I need to have more fields. So let's see what we own right now. We own a couple of these fields. We need to get some of these fields planted, I think. So maybe some of these smaller fields, I could run like all alfalfa in or all grass hay in. I feel like wouldn't be a bad idea, like at all. So I'll probably plant this field over here to grass too. That way we can get that field going. Or maybe alfalfa, we'll see. I could plant this to corn too. I mean, corn wouldn't be bad since we're right across the road, guys. I think it's not a bad idea to probably plant this to corn. So we're gonna get this anhydrous bar unfolded, plant the corn. That way, like our close fields where we're chopping, where we're doing all the chopping at, we can at least run corn on and chop all the corn. I feel like wouldn't be a bad idea. So we'll get this ready to go, and we'll get a hired worker going, and then we'll get planting corn here. Okay, so in the dairy pen, we currently have 30 dairy cows. I'm gonna keep expanding that, and I'm gonna buy another load of dairy cows. So we're gonna hook up the semi to the livestock trailer, get another load in here. Our issue right now, guys, is gonna be feed. Like, I've got to let all this corn grow, and I don't have much of a hay crop right now, so we're gonna be a little tight on feed. That's why I'm trying to buy more land and get more land planted to corn or like hay or alfalfa or something like that. We got a bunch of the hired workers going right now, so I'm just gonna drive the semi on down there. We'll drive to the livestock barn, load them up, and then come on back. That field honestly shouldn't take too long to get the P&K down. Yeah, our calving pen's out of feed. We are trucking. We'll swing in here and then just get 30 head bought, loaded up here, right there. Perfect. Dairy cows. We're gonna spend like close to 60 grand here. I do love the town in Wisconsin. Like this town, it's a really nice town. It's just like a lot different, and then I feel like you're always having to drive through it to get to places, which is cool because that, like in real life, you're always having to like drive through town because that's where like a lot of the co-ops are, stuff like that. So it makes the like small town Midwest feel. I like it. And then we'll hit a gravel road as soon as we go outside of town. We'll swing in here and then get these guys all unloaded. Perfect. Should be good. Okay, guys, I think what I'm going to do is if we're running large acres and we're in a lot of livestock, I'm going to need a planter that can keep up with the amount of large acres we have. The 12 row is good, and I'm going to keep this 12 row planter around for some of our smaller fields. Like, I think it makes sense to keep the 12 row planter around, but I do need to buy a 36 row planter. And I do know a lot of people in American farming have had said that, hey, there's a gap grant right between 12 row and 36 row, and I totally get that we do need a 24 row planter. So we totally realize that, guys, just to make things clear. It would be nice to have a 24 row planter right now. Because I feel like for my farm size currently, that'd be perfect. Having a 24 row planter for this farm, this equipment, oh, it'd be perfect. But I got to make sure my Magnum, I think this Magnum's a 380. Did we get a 380? Yes, perfect. So that 380 should be able to pull the 24 row planter, I'm hoping. Yep. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to get this planter bought, and I'm going to take the 380 Magnum down there. Looks like the anhydrous bar is going good. Put on anhydrous here. I love the blue T9, man. The blue T9 and this blue jet anhydrous bar, like the perfect match. Okay, so I got the 380 Magnum down here. We're going to get hooked up to the 36 row planter, and then I got to fill this thing with seed. I should probably buy a seed tender, but for now, we're just going to run to the co-op, fill it with seed. That way we're full. That way, once we get done spreading P&K, we can get rolling. Okay. We'll get filled up with seed here at the co-op, and we'll keep rolling. Looks like the anhydrous bar just has one more pass there, so that actually, heck, technically I'd be able to plant that. If I'm going to corn, I'll be able to plant that field soon, although it doesn't have P&K on it, so we gotta wait. Okay, I know this is a little unrealistic, guys, but I've got the semi unhooked from the livestock trailer, but I can hook up to the gooseneck trailer with the semi actually. And so all I'm gonna do is hook up to this, and then we're gonna transfer a couple bales. I've got a couple bales in this shed over here, and my dairy cows are pretty much hungry, so I want to make sure these guys are always fed. So we're basically gonna go rob a couple bales from our small acreage farm over here. We'll park right there, and then heck, I kind of want to use the farm while I'm to load this, so we're gonna load these up here. And grab some bales out. Got what, 4 more to load, and then we should be good here. There we go. Get these loaded up. I could theoretically probably just back this trailer and up into the shed and they would all auto load, but I kind of like, for some reason, like sometimes I kind of like loading the bales manually. Like it's honestly pretty fun. There we go. All the bales are loaded up. Should be good to go. We'll go through here, and then I'm just gonna dump all these bales, get them in the feed, and I bet you we still have a ways to go on feed. Let's see here. Yeah, we still got a lot of feed to give them. Okay, guys, anhydrous is done, and I think what I'm actually gonna do, I might just try and plant like grass here or something like that, actually instead. So I've got a little seeder that I think I'm just gonna run and just get grass going here, and I really don't need much of a tractor to get this seeder going. So all we're gonna do, use 1066, get this here, and let me just make sure I don't have a big landall drill, because I might have a landall. I can't remember. I might have that landall drill. I do not. Okay, perfect. So we'll just use the little seeder, and we're just gonna seed that down to hay instead of corn. I'll just make a couple big fields around here, cornfields, and then we'll keep that field, I guess, since it's so close. We'll keep it as hay. That way, basically, hay provides feed for when we're out of corn. That'll be like perfect. Ooh, I may need to buy a seed tender here, guys, because like I'm gonna have so many different planters and stuff, and I don't want to go and refill them at the co-op. So we do need a little more grass seed in this. So I think I gotta buy a seed tender. But for now, I'm gonna at least get the hired worker started seeding grass down, and then we can run and grab some grass seed in the seed tender while that's going on. For some reason, the hired worker goes to the right on this field, which I'm still trying to figure out. I don't know why it does that, but I guess it works. Okay, for now, we'll get the anhydrous bar off this field here. We'll get it back in the farmyard. And I do need to buy another big field so we can get more corn, get anhydrous down and get more corn grown on a big field here. Because we're going to need all the feed we can get, especially if we're going to run hogs too. So for now, I think I'll just park the T9 out front here. There we go, that should work. Okay, we're gonna hop in the pickup truck. Let's see what I got for seed tenders. Let's see what I can buy. Trailers, seed tender, perfect. We're gonna purchase this for 40 grand, and we'll go hook it up to the pickup truck. I could take the semi too, but we'll take the pickup. I should probably buy a fuel trailer too, especially if we're gonna be farming on a large scale. Like a fuel trailer would be perfect, but for now this works. Let's roll. 55 mile an hour, we can get places quick. And it looks like we got a couple more passes on the P&K, and then that field is gonna be done, and we can start planting corn on that field. Yep, there he goes. Okay, we got the seed tender hooked up. Lights working, everything should be good. I just got to get seeing this. So we're going to run to the co-op. I always forget EO Mills right here, guys. I always drive past it and forget this is a co-op. Like, our co-op seed fill point is just right here. I always go to the further co-op for some reason. There we go. We'll pull in here, get this thing loaded down with seed. This can also hold P&K too, but it can hold P&K, urea, and seed, just not all at once. So we'll get this baby load full of seed and get those planters all filled up. Oh yeah, she is loaded down, and this is a heavy load we got behind us. Perfect timing, because the drill just did like its first pass there, so I can stop the drill, and then we can load this with seed. Just park right here on the edge of the field. I gotta run out to the hired worker, stop the hired worker. I could tab around, but I've got so much equipment that sometimes it's easier just running like up to it and stopping it. Come on. Hey, Jeff! Can't hear me. Okay, we gotta get this thing unfolded. There we go. And then I'll just use the spout right there, should work. Oh, looks like farmhand Helen's stopping. Perfect. So that means we can start planting that field right there. Good to go. We'll get that seed tender going. Perfect. Getting that baby filled up. And then this should be enough seed to plant this whole field. Perfect. And there we go. We'll just resume position and this guy will keep on rolling. Okay, P&K is all done. I'm going to leave the 8950 Magnum hooked up to the spreader because I think we'll have, I got to double check, but I think we'll have a couple more fields to spread yet. So this could be our spreading tractor for now, but since this is done, this has P&K, this field next to us has P&K and has anhydrous down. So we got all the fertility we need for this crop here down. So we can start planting that. And this is going to all the corn because I need all this chopped for all the dairy cows we're going to have. Just pull her inside. For some reason I always back my equipment in, but for now I'm going to just start pulling it in and then I'll just back it out of the shed. Okay, we got the big old 36 row planter. I'm going to get this pulled up to the field and we're going to start planting corn. I forgot how big this field is. I got to check, but it's a pretty large field. Let's see. 27 acres, not bad at all. Get her unfolded, back her up, drop her down. We're going to get planting this field. There we go. We got all 36 rows going at one time. That is perfect. Planter is flexing into the ditch. I like that. To be able to pull off like planter flex in like the quad track and the T9 and how the tracks like flex when you go over hills and stuff, like it is extremely hard to pull it off. Like that was one of the proud moments for a team when we were building this game, was like making the equipment flex and stuff like that. It's tough to pull off for developers. Like even if you look at some other games, they don't do it, you know, like it's pretty tough to pull off. So pretty proud of our team for that. I know I'm kind of bragging here. I need to stop bragging, Grant. Stop bragging. I'm gonna slap myself and we're gonna keep on rolling. Okay, I do feel like we need to own another large field. So I think what I'm gonna do is, let's see how many, 16 acres. That's not bad. I think I'm gonna buy this field over here. That's 16 acres, cost $165,000, and we're gonna go plant that. I'm not sure what we're gonna plant to. I wanna do corn because I wanna get a lot of pigs here on this farm and just, I gotta feed them corn. I gotta feed the pigs. I gotta feed the pigs corn. So I really wanna do corn, but we'll see. We'll see what we're gonna do. Also, I've got an anhydrous tank here that needs to be, yeah, I think I'll probably buy another anhydrous tank so we can keep 2 on the farm, keep them cycling out. That way I can go refill them as we're putting on anhydrous. But we're gonna try run that field. It's a little bigger field. It should work pretty good. We do tend to have a lot of the small fields. I feel like we do tend to have a lot of small fields around the big farm site because it's in the hilly portion of Wisconsin. So that's kind of to be expected. Take a left turn down this gravel road here, and then our field will be up like towards the end of this gravel road. Okay, here's the large field here. So this, yeah, honestly, it wasn't too far away. So this should work pretty good. Let's see. We'll get the anhydrous bar unfolded with the T9. Our T9 has been our big horse tractor that's just been knocking out acres quick. It's been pretty nice to like have this large a tractor on the operation, I feel like. And there we go. AI worker is rolling, putting on some smoke, and I'm going to buy another set of anhydrous tanks and just fill that up so that way it's ready, because I don't think this anhydrous tank is going to cover this whole field here. Buy another anhydrous tank. There we go. Okay, I've kind of got my pickup truck hooked up to this trailer, so I do have an old pickup truck in the shed. Ooh, planter's rolling good. I do have another old pickup truck, this pickup truck, which I'm not using. So I'm probably going to use this to pull the anhydrous tank, actually. It's the old gasser. Back her right in there, and then we are off. I'm going to actually speed up time a little bit, guys. We'll go 1x or heck, maybe even 15x, because I want to get some hay going to the cows. I want to get some more hay cut, and we've got like 2 fields of hay and alfalfa that should be ready to go here soon. Get hooked up to the anhydrous tank, and then we got to go to the co-op, get this thing full, and then set it at the field for the hired worker. Fill up with some anhydrous. All of our dairy pens are out of feed. Man, we need some more feed. Let's see. Do we have any hay ready to go? Come on, come on, come on. None ready to go yet. I have 2 fields that are like super close to being ready to go. Oh, wrong way. Okay, I know this anhydrous tank's gonna be close to empty, so I'm just gonna like swap it out right now. That way we get everything swapped out here. So we'll get the hired worker stopped, and then we'll let them kind of keep on rolling here. I'll just drop the tank there, and then we'll run out to the tractor and get them stopped. There we go. We'll just unhook the empty tank. Ooh, yeah, I forgot. To unhook the tank, you actually got to go out around to unhook the tank. So we'll drop the empty tank here. Now, this is stupid because in real life, this would probably roll down the hill. Hopefully it doesn't roll out. Yeah, perfect. That would definitely roll down the hill into the creek, and that would not be good. So I always got to make sure I unload anhydrous tanks on a flat surface. There we go. We'll hook back up, or we'll grab the T9, and then we'll back up to the other anhydrous tank. And it's getting to be nighttime. Back her up. Back her up as close as possible, and that should automatically attach. There we go. Perfect. And we'll let the hired worker keep going, and then I'll probably run this other anhydrous tank back to the farm. We'll just keep it at the farm because we'll just keep it in storage for now. Ooh, I've got one field ready to harvest of grass. So perfect. We'll get the mower out and we'll start cutting hay. She is chugging, trying to pull this anhydrous tank up the hill. The old gasser, she's doing her though. There goes the 36 row, just hammering out acres. Okay, we're gonna slow the speed down to just 1x for now. Let's see. I'm trying to think what mower. If I'm running a big dairy operation, guys, I probably need to run a self-propelled mower. So we're gonna buy a self-propelled mower here. We're gonna get this bought. We're gonna get the disc mower bought. Perfect. Okay, I'm unfortunately out of hired workers, so I gotta drive this all the way back to the farm, which is no big deal. I do love me these hills. These hills are awesome. I do love a hillier map than a flat map. It just gives so much more to the game having hills. I don't know what it is. It's more fun playing a hillier map. Unless the fields are like really steep and way too small fields. It's all a balance. Okay, so this is the field we're gonna start doing here, but I've got my hired workers all used up right now. So we are getting stuff done. Next is cutting hay, keeping the cattle going. There's just a lot of daily jobs. Like you can grind this game like crazy. For those of you guys that play this game, you guys know it is a grind, which is my favorite type of games in my opinion. But this is gonna be the end of the video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will be back with some more American farming. Thanks for watching, guys.